with the governor is going to be working to end.
And good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show, the video live stream for Thursday, 4th of September. Thursday, one of the best days of the week, and we're very glad that you're here with us. And we are talking this morning with Jill and Stephen Fenigar. I keep Gar. Fenigar?
Fenigar, yeah.
Fenigar?
Gar, honestly, we've heard it. Either way, we're not picky.
All right. Jill and Stephen are here, and we're talking about the 9/11 stair climb that's going to be happening next week. Next Thursday is September 11th, and it's being organized, as I understand it, by the Stevensville American Legion family, hosting a 9/11 stair climb at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. The event will be beginning at 8 a.m. and parking will be at the Cone Soccer Field at the south side of the stadium. The event is free of charge. It's open to the public, and this is a community event to honor the memory of those who were lost and pays tribute to the volunteers, the first responders, the veterans, everyone who was forever impacted by that day. So thank you for helping to organize this. What's your role in the 9/11 stair climb?
Boy, husband and wife.
Yeah.
No, honestly, we're just community members. We saw a vacuum. We kind of run in those circles. I was a first responder in St. Joseph Township, as well as Lincoln. So I still have a lot of firefighter friends, and they were asking, "Hey, when's this going to pop up?" And my wife has a little runners club with the moms get together, and they do the stairs, and they said, "So what? I haven't seen anything. When's it happening?"
Yeah,
and,
we got to practice so that we can make sure that we can do them all, because it's a lot of stairs.
2071, right?
Yeah,
that's a lot of stairs.
That's a lot of
it
stairs.
Definitely is. And so we've learned to mitigate that for the ones that not capable. We said, well, if you want to do steps for the fallen first responders that day, you can bring that down to around 412. Make it a little more palatable for that. But yeah, we just saw a hole in the community, and we were lucky. We're motivated, and we like kind of doing working with some charities and some events. And we said, my wife just said, "Hey, we're doing this."
When did it get on your radar?
Last Wednesday.
Yeah,
a week ago.
Yes.
1 week ago.
1 week ago.
That is a quick turnaround.
Yes,
it very much was. If not for the willingness and the enthusiasm from the community, there's no way this would have happened.
Yeah.
It happened in 1 week. We ended up venue, insured, sponsored, backed, and we're not doing corporate sponsors. We wanted to keep it a free community event.
And there just wasn't time.
Yeah, right. Because you're so typically what, and in fact, the station has some history. The Midwest family has some history in helping to organize the event. We had transitioned it, and others had taken it up. Boss Services most recently last year. And it had been held in St. Joseph for many years. This year, for whatever reason, not happening. And you noticed that and decided we're going to do something. Yeah,
we're so lucky to have such a great community. St. Joe, Lakeshore, all of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was really nice how it came together, because we were able to get a meeting so quickly with the superintendent Eating, and he made things happen quickly for us. So we're so thankful for that, because without that venue, we would probably still be scrambling to find somewhere to do this, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk all about it. We're gonna learn a little bit more about you, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
And so it's the WSJM Morning Show. We're talking with Jill and Stephen Fenigar. They are helping to coordinate the 9/11 stair climb. It's happening next Thursday at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. Be back to talk a little bit more about that right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
It's 7:05. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Happy Thursday to you. It's the 4th of September, 55 degrees and some clouds out in Benton Harbor. Chance of rain starting up again in the next hour or so. Same for St. Joseph, where it's 56 degrees currently. South Haven, it's 54 degrees. And we have a weather forecast today that does call for a little bit of rain this morning, and then we're going to clear it out and just have partly cloudy skies this afternoon. High today should be somewhere in the lower to mid 60s, depending on where you are. A little cooler by the lakeshore, maybe. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, continuing to eat away the sand at the shorelines. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy skies, a low around 48 degrees, and winds out of the south 10 to 15. Friday's forecast, it's going to be partly sunny. We do have a slim chance of rain showers. Breezy conditions on Friday. The high is going to be around 67 degrees. But when I say breezy, I mean breezy. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, and then gusting to 30 miles per hour on Friday. Saturday's forecast, partly sunny. Same on Sunday with highs probably around 66, 67 degrees. The Tigers defeated the New York Mets yesterday. Final score 6-2. The Tigers do not have a game today. Their next game is tomorrow. We'll have the full sports report coming up from Dave Wolf in a couple of minutes. Also, the Cubs lost to the Atlanta Braves yesterday. Score over there was 5-1. They're off today. They play tomorrow against the Nationals. And then the Chicago White Sox defeated the Minnesota Twins. Final score there, 4-3. The Sox play the Minnesota Twins again today at 7:40 p.m. Our guests this hour, Jill and Stephen Fenniger, they are from the Stevensville area. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay, Stevensville. And you are co-organizers. You're helping to organize the 9/11 stair climb. It's happening on Thursday, next Thursday, a week from today, the 9/11 stair climb. And it's going to be at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. The event begins at 8 a.m., and we'll have all the details about that, how you got involved, what the event is for, what you were doing on 9/11. All of that is coming up in just a couple of minutes right here on the WSJM Morning Show. You can watch the video of this as well. We have it live streaming right now on Facebook and on YouTube and on our WSJM Smart app. So good morning and welcome. We'll be right back. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So news right now from the WSJM newsroom. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources has confirmed the first cases this year of epizootic hemorrhagic disease in free-ranging white-tailed deer in southwest Michigan. The virus has been detected in Van Buren County, as well as Eaton County, Jackson, and Washtenaw counties in Michigan. EHD is spread by the bite of infected midges, or the biting flies, and cannot be passed directly from deer to deer. Officials say there's no evidence that humans, pets, or wildlife can contract the disease, and venison harvested from healthy animals remains safe to eat. DNR says they're asking residents who spot sick or dead deer to report it through the agency's Eyes in the Field online system. Again, the EHD found in deer in Van Buren County, as well as a few others. Benton Harbor Mayor Marcus Muhammad was in Lansing last week for meetings on the state budget and other legislative issues affecting the city. One of the meetings was with State Senator Eric Nesbitt to discuss housing. Mayor Muhammad told city commissioners the day before that Benton Harbor needs a wide range of housing options to help rebuild the city.
And how the city of Benton Harbor, we need to partner with developers, partner with the state, so we can provide every creative incentive in order to bring a diverse housing market, whether it be low income, missing middle, affordable, market rate, high end.
Muhammad says multiple projects are underway and calls it a housing revolution in Benton Harbor. He also urged lawmakers to avoid a government shutdown as the state budget deadline approaches on October 1. The Krasel Art Center in St. Joseph is hosting a special reception this Sunday to celebrate the installation of a new sculpture on loan from Temple B'nai Shalom. Member Enid Goldstein commissioned the Lion of Judah in honor of her father, and it stood at the Benton Harbor Temple for decades.
The lion was there for about over 50 years. I commissioned the lion in early 1974, I think. He made his debut in June of 1974.
Goldstein says artist John Kearney created the lion out of car bumpers as a tribute to her father's work in scrap metal.
Chrome auto bumpers, and according to Harold Hayden, who was the art critic for the Chicago Sun-Times, Kearney needed bumpers from about 50 cars to make a small goat and 5 tons to make a 1,000-pound horse.
The 400-pound lion will stay at the Krasel during the temple's transition. The public is invited to Sunday's celebration from 1 to 4 p.m. They'll have ice cream and live music. And if you're looking for some wine this weekend, the Pawpaw Wine and Harvest Festival returns this weekend with 3 days of events celebrating the grape industry and local winemaking. Director Marilyn Clear says it's one of Southwest Michigan's largest fall festivals.
It has grown to right now over 60,000 people attend in the 3 days.
The celebration includes the Grape Stomp, an air dog jumping competition, car and motorcycle shows, and entertainment on not 1, not 2, not 4, but 5 different stages.
We start Friday night with our fireworks, which are incredible, over and on our lake here, Maple Lake. Saturday, our car show, our 5K run. We have 5 throughout town, 5 different entertainment stages.
Local wineries and breweries will also take part. The festival wraps up on Sunday with the hole-in-one contest. That's a look at some of the news that we're covering for Southwest Michigan here on the WSJM Morning Show. We've got more to talk about. In fact, this hour, we are talking about another news event that's happening next week. Thursday, September 11th, the Stevensville American Legion family is hosting a 9/11 stair climb at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. A couple of the people who are helping to make it happen, Jill and Stephen Feniger. And good morning to my guests this morning, Jill and Stephen. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have you been in the WSJM studios before?
I have once.
Okay.
I have. Yeah, they did the Veteran of the Month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be nominated. And
very nice.
Guess who nominated him? Just kidding.
Well, thank you for nominating him, and thank you for your service. We appreciate that. Let's talk a little bit. So you're helping to organize. Tell us your role. Tell us first off. Introduce yourselves. Who are you?
I'm Jill Feniger, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just Jill Feniger.
Just Jill Feniger.
I'm the one that
we're gonna find out who you are. And Stephen.
Yes, I'm Stephen Feniger. We moved here from Las Vegas about 6 years ago to this area, and since then we've gotten involved, and I've been involved in the firefighting, and then the American Legion and Veteran Services, stuff like that.
Okay, St. Joseph Charter Township, is that correct?
Correct. Station 1.
Okay, yeah. All right, and so you're now involved in the stair climb. Tell us a little bit about what's happening next week.
So we're super excited. We have a lot of people jumping in to help already. But yeah, we're going to open up the gates and have people come walk. You can climb the stairs. We've got different options for people. Just if you want to just come have some fun and hang out and watch people climb stairs. It really is a sight to see the firefighters in their uniforms, all packed up and stuff. It's really breathtaking to see. But yeah, we're going to start at 8. We're going to open up the gates. Hopefully we can get people in quickly. We're going to do the national anthem. The American Legion is going to do, Honor Guard is going to do the flag. And it's just going to be exciting. We're going to put up a bell so that when you finish your rounds, how many rounds you want to do, how many steps, laps, before you leave the stadium, you can ring that bell. So it's going to be kind of a fun thing to hear.
Yeah, and this is to honor the memory of those that we lost on 9/11 and others who served and responded on that day 24 years ago.
Yeah, it was both a long time ago and not that long time.
Yeah.
It's had a lasting impact, and we found a lot of stories right here in town, how much it affected. In fact, one of the things when I was stationed in Iraq, I was at Camp Bucca, which was named after Fire Marshal Ronald Bucca and FDNY. He was actually the only fire marshal that fell that day, and he actually made it up to the 78th floor, the impact. But he fell that day. He was the fire marshal, and they named where I was stationed at in Iraq after him. So everyone's life kind of was affected. We've had stories around here from school administrators say, I was flying to New York and our plane got diverted because of the attacks, and they had to go and stay in Canada and then figure out how to get back to America because everything shut down. Another one from the Veterans Organization says September 12th, 2001, he went to a recruiter's office and said, let me go.
Yeah,
so
and
a lot of
21
local
years
stories.
later, he's retired now, but that was what sent him, and he served for 21 years.
That's a
after
career.
that.
Yeah. Wow. The stair climb next Thursday, the 9/11 stair climb next Thursday will be at Lake Shore's Al Stockman Stadium. It's been at Dickinson Stadium in St. Joseph previously.
Correct.
But 2 weeks ago, you noticed, hey, it's not happening this year. It hasn't come together yet. So we're going to step up and help it happen.
Yes,
Yeah. We did get good graces. We wanted
Yeah.
to make sure, like, we checked with boss and we said,
Okay.
is this okay? And completely supportive,
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
they
Well,
said,
I mean,
what can we do to help, and
yeah. So our main model that we've been working off of right now is if we build it, they will
if
come.
you build it, they will come.
All right.
We're not event organizers, so we're just setting it up and hoping the community,
We'll support.
Yes.
Absolutely. And it sounds like they are. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. We're going to continue this conversation with Jill and Stephen Feniger. We've got to get to sports. Dave Wolf has the latest sports report, a couple of messages here on the radio, but on the video live stream, we'll continue this conversation with Jill and Steve just right now here on WSJM. Okay, we're still on the video live stream. I'm still amazed and grateful that people like you exist in the community. You saw that there was something not happening, and rather than just grouse about it on social media, you decided to do something. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Oh yeah. Well, like we said, there's other people that are put hand and foot in this. I mean, I have to give it to Commissioner Harrison and his wife
Bob
Janine.
Harrison.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's the one that
goodness.
let me know that you two were up to something.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
That's
a quiet
great.
guy, he talks to a lot of people.
Yes.
For a quiet guy, he talks a lot. That's the
Yes.
quote of the year, I think.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
So we're really thankful. We've got a pretty great relationship with him and
Yeah.
Janine. And I actually work with Janine at the schools because I do I substitute teach at the Lakeshore schools.
Yeah.
So that's how I got involved
Tell
with
us-
her. And
Tell us a little bit about yourselves. So, Jill, since you're starting, let's talk a little bit about you. So, what do you do? What's your background?
my background is actually dance.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Colorado and went to college for dance, got a scholarship and a degree in dance performance. And yes, you can get a degree.
What
in
kind of dance?
performance. Like jazz, tap, ballet.
Okay.
So did that. Went and did the cruise ships, danced in Chicago.
Wow.
Did a lot of teaching, did the Las Vegas thing. And now I'm so lucky. I've actually met up with the Lakeshore teacher, Teresa, and I substitute teach for her when she's out. And it's so much fun just to get that blood flowing again.
When you say you did the Las Vegas thing, what is that?
I know, I guess I
What
should-
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Come on, bring it in.
Well, all right. So my motto in Vegas was, if my dad can't come watch, I won't do it. So if that helps.
Love it.
Okay. But yeah, so I was dancing in the Tournament of Kings at the Excalibur, and here comes this guy riding up on a horse, happens to be a white steed.
Yep.
And,
In my armor.
In his armor. And it was this guy.
Yeah. I was a stuntman in the show.
Wait. So Excalibur. So it's is that medieval times, or is it like?
Yeah, it's very, very similar.
It's a
Similar
Vegas version of medieval
Yeah.
times.
Okay.
So like where medieval times doesn't have dancers in the show, they just have wenches.
Oh.
Serving.
Okay.
I was, I guess at a time, a wench, but also a dancer, a gypsy, a princess.
Okay.
But we actually, danced down on the dirt, jumping over things that horses leave
Okay.
in the dirt. And that's
So you were a
fun.
stunt person.
I was a stunt dancer.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you met your knight in shining armor.
I did. That's his favorite story to tell
It
is
is.
that he rode up on his horse and his his armor. I was like, I don't know if it worked like that, but yeah, that works.
Were you a knight?
I was.
Okay.
I was.
Were you a good knight or a bad knight?
He was an excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did like playing the bad guy. And after that, the stunts kind of went into pyrotechnics, and then I was doing the lead or principal character of pyrotechnics. I had a backpack of propane strapped to my back, shooting flamethrowers.
I didn't know they had those in medieval times.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Flamethrowers?
That's the Vegas fight.
The Vegas.
version.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Whenever it doesn't quite fit, you have to be like, oh, Vegas version. That's why.
We're going to continue that story in just a moment. We've got to come back. We're going to get the weather forecast from Carrie Peugeot. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We're talking with Jill and Stephen Feniger. They are helping to organize the 9/11 stair climb. It's happening next Thursday, and we'll talk about that right here on the WSJM Morning Show. Thanks for joining us.
Learn more at eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
Mostly cloudy skies with scattered rain showers this morning, becoming partly sunny this afternoon, but temperatures staying cool. Afternoon highs right around 65. Partly cloudy tonight, we drop down to 48, and a slight chance of a shower tomorrow morning, then partly sunny. High temperatures Friday afternoon only at 67. We'll stay in the mid and upper 60s for highs through the weekend. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:20, it's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's Thursday, September 4th, and we're talking with Jill and Stephen Feniger. They are from Stevensville. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, from Stevensville.
Well, living in Stevensville.
You live in Stevensville. You're not from there originally, and most recently coming from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, correct.
Where were you born, each of you?
I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Colorado Springs.
And I know not good to say around here, but I was born outside Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So
Cubs or White Sox?
Well, I'm one of the few that can go with either, but in the people I travel with, I got to go Cubs.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Or you could go Detroit. It's up to you.
Like I said.
All right. Fair enough. We're talking with Jill and Stephen Feniger because they're helping to organize the 9/11 stair climb that's going to be happening next Thursday. Remembering those who were lost and paying tribute to the first responders, the volunteers, the veterans forever impacted by that day, the 9/11 terror attacks. So we'll give you more detail about that. It's happening at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium on next Thursday, a week from today, beginning at 8 a.m. There'll be parking there. It's a free event. It's free and open to the public. So you can take part in that. You can climb the stairs. You can do the 2,071 stairs that the first responders had to climb in the stairwells of the towers that fateful day. But we're talking right now a little bit about Jill and Stephen's background. And if you missed anything on the video live stream, you missed a lot because Jill was telling us the story how she met her knight in shining armor when she was a stunt wench in Las Vegas, in a Las Vegas show. You got to listen to the video live stream to understand more about that. But also, Stephen, I mean, you've got a great background. Let's start with you. Where did you go after you were born and grew up in Chicago? I assume.
The outsides of it, and honestly, it was pretty uneventful in the beginning. I mean, I'd always find something interesting to do, but it really changed. I joined the Army, and it was just reserves, and really, again, not much happened.
Right out of when did you join the Army?
97.
Okay.
In 97, yeah, right out of high school.
Okay.
And not a lot happened in 2001. I remember on that day, actually, I shined up my boots, and I was like, maybe we'll do something. And still not much movement. I went to Belize, but then I finished my contract early 2003. And in the Army, the way it works, you do your years and then you're kind of on reserve. It's called inactive ready reserve. And I went about my life and got a letter in the mail that said, well, remember how you weren't technically done? So show up at O'Hare Airport on October 6th, and here's a flight number. You'll be flying to Fort Jackson. You'll be gone for a year and a half in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. So I shipped off to Iraq. And that was pretty much the game changer. From there, I kind of lit life. When I came back, I chased it and kind of squeezed every drop out of it. So that's what brought me to Vegas when I came back from Iraq.
So, you mentioned life changer. What happened in there that changed your life, that made you want to really live it?
I think, not to go dark, but just the value of life, and almost a reverse that. Something in my head was almost saying like, well, you're on borrowed time, so fill it in. And I've got to use it as a motivator. It's really pushed me to limits and pushed me to do things like this, where you say, hey, this needs to happen, let's do this. And then 1 week you turn around and you get it done. Now the only way that happens is I have my God sent me an angel to help organize my life, because my mind still runs to this day at about 100 miles an hour. And I look for outlets, and she helps organize that. But So yeah, just good days and bad days overseas being deployed.
Okay. When so you were deployed for how long?
It was a year and 3 days.
Okay.
That we were technically over there.
Okay. You came back, then what were you doing?
So within about 2 months, I was like, I'm going to Vegas to be a stuntman. I couldn't.
Had you had experience in being a stuntman?
Funny enough, so I tried Medieval Times that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And I was just horrible at it. And they said, listen, you're just not really cut out for this. That's great that you like it, but you can't hit that gear.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry, I have to tell the story of how you found Medieval Times because it's so comical. He was working at a cellular company.
Yeah.
And saw an ad in the paper that said, they're doing auditions at Medieval Times. So he said, let's go. Let's kind of like crash it, as rambunctious boys do.
Yeah.
And so he went and they said, do you know how to ride a horse? Or are you comfortable on a horse? And he goes, I'm comfortable. He's never ridden a horse.
He had never been on a horse before.
Never.
I don't think I've ever pet a horse before.
So
That's
he
great.
did
I
like
was comfortable.
Yeah. He did like the sword stuff the first day and they're like, all right, I guess come back. And so that night he's like asking everybody like, hey, does anybody know how to ride a horse just so I can kind of know something? And so they told him like, yeah, lift it this way or right, left to make him turn. And so he's like, all right. He goes in there and the guy's like, all right, you're on a horse. Like take him in a circle. So he's like, got this. And he just like leans it to the left and the horse does like a circle on the dot. And he's like, yes, I did it. And the guy was like, no, I meant like take him around the arena.
Walk him around the arena, run him around.
Somehow they still hired him. But it was quite comical how
That's
that
great.
happened.
That's really
So I was definitely, I wasn't living to my full potential, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And whatever happened in Iraq opened that up, and I just haven't stopped running since.
Yeah. You're now involved in the stair climb, the 9/11 stair climb that will happen next week, again at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium on Thursday morning, 8 a.m. Where were each of you on 9/11, 2001? Jill?
I was at home eating breakfast. I was about a sophomore in high school, and I remember just looking at the TV thinking like, what's going on? Went to school and just sat there, and they wheel in the TV as they don't do that anymore. But it just, it was just surreal. I don't think I really realized what was happening. So his story's a lot better than mine in that aspect. But
yeah,
I don't know about a lot better, but I lived just outside Chicago, and you could see out of our window, you could see the Sears Tower. I know they call it Willis now, but it's the Sears Tower. And at that point, there's so much confusion, and everyone's saying, oh, as Chicago will also, on the list. They never know there was so much confusion that day, but we didn't know. So I got out my Army uniform and I just shined up my boots, and I said, well, by the time they said, okay, this is deliberate and there's under attack, and I said, well, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm pretty sure I'll be wearing these clothes a lot. So I better press them.
Yeah.
And it was an impactful day, very, very surreal.
Okay. All right. We're talking with Jill and Stephen Feniger about the Stevensville American Legion family hosting the 9/11 stair climb at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. Again, that event begins at 8 a.m. Parking will be at the Cone Soccer Field on the south side of the stadium. The event's free of charge and open to the public. It's hard to believe it's been 24 years.
I know. It doesn't even seem like it could be that long ago.
What I think is really interesting is we're getting into a generation that we have to tell them when, our daughter, we just say, of course, September 11th, to her, it's like July 4th. Like, okay, what is that?
Yeah.
What is September 11th? And that's a heavy discussion to be like, oh, well, that is a chain of events. That's a lot. That's a heavy question.
Yeah.
So there's people now we have to teach that they weren't alive then, but they're getting to the point now and say, well, I heard about it, but.
So our daughter comes and does the climb with us.
She does the climb with us.
She does.
Yeah, our son doesn't. He's a little bit.
He's a little young still.
Yeah, soon.
Had you done the climb before?
We have not before Stevens, or not before it was done here. But,
okay.
The last 2 years we've done it here.
Okay.
When Boss was hosting it.
Yeah.
We did it in
all 2,071 steps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that like?
if you're ready for it, it's not too bad, but like it feels so good when you finish that. But you think like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that.
And they did it in full gear.
In full gear.
In full gear. Matter of fact, Jill, who wasn't even a firefighter, they had an extra set, and she's like, "I'd like to take that on." So just being the kind of person she is, that was with St. Joe Township at the time. Like I said, I also worked for Lincoln, but they said, "Here, we have an extra set that it fits you," and she put it on. Not being a fireman, first time put it on fire gear, and did the stairs.
It was pretty. It
Wow.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
But
All right, we're talking with Jill and Steve, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're talking about the stair climb. It's happening again next Thursday, 8 a.m. at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. So they're inviting the public, if you want to pay honor and tribute to the memory of those who were lost on 9/11, 2001, pay tribute to the volunteers, the first responders, the veterans that were forever impacted by that day. It's happening again. Stevensville American Legion family putting it on with a couple of great organizers. Jill and Steve are here. It's the 9/11 stair climb. It'll happen at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. More coming up in just a moment. We'll continue talking on the video live stream. It's WSJM.
Have you?
All right, we're doing the video live stream still. Doing all right? How's this?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Are we doing all right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, thanks for having us so much.
Yeah, we really
Oh,
appreciate
absolutely.
it. It's great.
When I heard that number one, it was going to happen again, and number two, how quickly you turned it around, I was like, got to talk to them. Got to talk to them. So, I mean, who first became aware of it?
Me,
Jill.
because
Okay.
so like I said, we kind of turned into a mom's club thing where we meet at the stadium
Yeah.
and we go climb the stairs, and we start with 4 and then we add another, and then just to make sure we're ready for the day,
Usually starts early August for them.
Yeah,
Okay.
we start earlier on, and I just hadn't seen anything, so I did reach out to a few people, and I found it wasn't happening. So I think it was that afternoon. No, it's the next day.
So, Steve,
No,
when you learned that Jill was planning to get something going here, what was your reaction?
I knew she could do it, which scared me. I'm the type that I have a lot of ideas, and I'm always things.
A lot
but it's
of ideas.
A lot. It doesn't stop. But when Jill has an idea, and it started with, she's like, well, maybe, I'd like to just go do the steps anyways.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I guess I should invite, my friends. Well, I guess we should get permission from the school. And then, if we have permission from the school, then we got to make it official. I don't know if we need insurance. And it just jumped up. And then once the Legion got involved, it was, they just had our backs for everything. They were super enthusiastic to help. They really want to get involved in the community. They really want to get a lot more active.
Yeah.
And they saw this as an opportunity. There was something they already wanted to get into. And I said, well, if Jill is after it now, I guess we're both feet in. So what do we got to do?
Yeah.
How did you get the American Legion involved?
Very, very easy. So I'm
Yeah.
a member of the American Legion. I'm on the honor guard, and we do the funeral rites. We do the opening tomorrow for Lakeshore football. We
Okay.
raise the flag. So I'm with the honor guard there, and that's that went pretty good. But in the Legion's actually a really interesting thing, because there's 3 kind of legions in the Legion. There's the Sons of the Legion, the Legionnaires, and the Legion's Auxiliary.
Okay.
And the Legion's Auxiliary is real active, and fish fries, stuff like that, a lot more community things. And they had been wanting to they got the same response we got from a lot of people, which was, yeah, I'm waiting to hear what's happening with the 9/11 stair climb. We want to get involved. And they said, well, listen, I have a meeting in about 20 minutes and I'll let you know, but you might be very involved
Yeah, so
with your
Nice.
permission. And they were Stacy's been
Stacy's the
great.
president of Stacy
Yeah.
Schaefer's the president of the auxiliary right now, and because she was also reaching out, like saying, when does this happen? We want to help.
Yeah.
So as soon as they crossed paths, just mentioning it, she would dove in. Man, she has found so many things for us. Gotten apples from orchards, so we at least have a snack for these people.
Nice.
I think it was Twin
Anything we
Maple.
need, she's like, all right, let's do this. Like,
The best thing when you only have a week to plan something, the absolute best thing is someone comes to you and tells you something you don't know about it.
Yeah.
That has happened in forward momentum. And it's fantastic. There's been a lot of things, little small things like, we need zip ties for the signs. And True Value was like, hey,
yeah, we got you. Meyer was
Nice.
like, or Martin's was like, how many cases of water would you like? But because we are telling people to bring their own water bottles,
Okay.
just in case.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we have enough for everybody, but also some, we even reached out to Medic One ambulance, and they're like, absolutely, we're going to be there.
Nice.
So it's crazy how many people are like, yep, what do you need?
Yeah.
Local
help. First responders, you expect?
Absolutely. And I really want to, highlight them in the local paper here. It's actually September 12th. If you look back the last couple of years, it's been the first responders on the front page of those.
Yeah.
And I really want to highlight what they're doing and getting a opportunity to work in several of the departments and train with all the others and answer calls, mutual aid and stuff like that. You see these guys and girls, and they're dug in. I anytime I can help raise awareness of what they're actually doing, what they're sacrificing, because you got to remember, a lot of them in the area are also volunteer departments, meaning they just get out of bed, their pager goes off, we get up and we go.
Yeah.
And that's a full life dedication. It's like a part-time job, but a full life dedication.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking with Jill and Steve. Do you go by Steve or Steven?
Either's fine. I'm not
It depends
picky.
if he's in trouble or not.
Steven?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We're talking with Jill and Steve Feniger about the 9/11 stair climb. It's happening next Thursday at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium, 8 a.m. We'll be right back with more in just a moment.
Heavy NASDAQ was up by around 1%. Google parent Alphabet hit a record high. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, the computer is thinking about it. Well, it'll interrupt me in just a moment. Good morning and welcome. Here
The
it
Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Yeah, I don't know. Thursday burps. The computer. I don't know. I think it eats heavy breakfast on Thursday mornings. And so around this time, it starts digesting and thinking about, am I going to play another commercial? Am I going to play this? Anyway, good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me, Jill and Stephen Feniger. They are helping to coordinate the 9/11 stair climb. It's happening next Thursday at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. And the event is free of charge, open to the public. If you want to help remember and honor the memory of those who were lost on 9/11/2001, it pays tribute to the volunteers, the first responders, the veterans forever impacted by 9/11. And everything that happened thereafter. So again, that's happening next Thursday, 8 a.m., Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. It's been held in the past at Dickinson Stadium in St. Joseph, but things change, and the event has evolved a little bit, and now it's happening in Stevensville next Thursday. Again, you expect a great turnout.
We're crossing our fingers.
Yeah.
Build it and they will come. So that would that's going to be up to you guys out there. But
okay.
We're hoping for a pretty good turnout. And the important thing is that it just happens this year. We want it to continue. This started out on the steps of St. Joseph. It was a small event.
Yeah.
And it's grown into this from the community. So the important thing is that it just happens again this year.
Yeah.
And
there's a place for people to do it if they want.
Yes, absolutely. And so if you want to do it, it's going to be at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium next Thursday, September 11th at 8 a.m. Parking again at the Cone Soccer Field on the south side of the stadium only. Again, the event is free of charge, open to the public. And we'll talk more about it in just a moment here on the WSJM Morning Show. We'll also talk on the video live stream, get some more information from Jill and Stephen about how to beat the odds in Vegas. So tell us all the secrets. Get ready. It's 7:38. We've got news now from ABC.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy will be on Capitol Hill today answering questions from a Senate committee. The move coming after the recent firing of the CDC director and the exits of several top disease specialists at the agency. The state of Florida saying it is ending school vaccine mandates. ABC's Victor Oquendo is in Orlando.
The American Medical Association condemning the move, saying in a statement, this unprecedented rollback would undermine decades of public health progress. While there is still time, we urge Florida to reconsider this change to help prevent a rise of infectious disease outbreaks that put health and lives at risk.
A total of 17 people died in the streetcar crash in Lisbon on Wednesday. Another 21 people were hurt. The Taliban government has just announced that the death toll from the recent Afghan earthquake has risen to more than 2,200 people. Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein say they're not going away. They were on Capitol Hill this week pushing for the release of all the Epstein files. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
740 WSJM Morning Show continues. I'm Ken Lundberg. We will continue our conversation about the 9/11 stair climb here in just a moment. First off, taking a look at some of the news stories that we'll have for you at 8 o'clock. Firefighters responded to 2 separate fires yesterday in the Benton Harbor area. Around 12:45 p.m., Benton Harbor Department of Public Safety assisted Benton Township firefighters at a fully involved hay barn fire on Empire Street. They actually had to shuttle water from nearby hydrants to put out that blaze. And then later on, just before 5 p.m., multiple departments had to battle a fully involved garage fire on Vineyard Street. That fire is being investigated as suspicious. We'll get no injuries reported in either incident, which is good news, but we'll tell you a little bit more about those stories. That's coming up at just a little after 8 o'clock. Also, the annual 9/11 stair climb, as we've been talking about, is returning to Southwest Michigan this year with new organizers. The memorial climb will take place next Thursday at Lakeshore High School's Al Stockman Stadium. Again, that's Thursday morning, 8 a.m. to honor those lost in the September 11 terror attacks. That's coming up just after 8 o'clock. Also, Berrien County Commissioner Chokwe Pitchford is doing some explaining. He's been caught up in some confusion, apparently, regarding a political endorsement or the lack of in the U.S. Senate race in Michigan that's coming up next year. So those stories and more coming up just after 8 o'clock right here on the WSJM Morning Show. It's 7:41. We've got sports with Dave Wolf coming up after a look at state news.
The Michigan.
All right, back on the video live stream. So about how to beat Vegas. Did either of you spend a little time at the tables?
Yeah. So when I first got there, which would have been 2006, I was a friend of a friend that we crossed there, and she's like, "Here's the best advice: live here for, mark on calendar, 2 years, and then leave.
2 years and out.
2 years and then out." That
Okay.
didn't work. We
Why
stayed there
2 years and out? Why that advice?
Because there's a lot of great things there. Some of the best food in the world. We're
Yeah.
big foodies.
Oh man,
Big
it was
foodies.
so nice to be able to eat whenever you wanted to.
I mean,
Whatever you wanted, whenever.
And whatever you want. Yeah.
And we would say,
Always,
let's find
yeah.
the best steak in Vegas.
Yeah.
Where is this best steak in Vegas?
I found a little place, believe it or not, on Fremont Street, 4 Queens. Was it Hugo's Cellar? Hugo's
Okay.
Cellar. It's very old school. It's very
Go downstairs.
yeah. Where the
Nice.
guys still in tuxedos and cloth napkins and stuff. That was definitely my favorite. And STK
Yeah,
was it
STK.
in Bally's?
Yeah, that was really
But
good.
Okay.
too.
lot of great so great things in Vegas and opportunities you can only see there. Terrific shows, with Cirque.
Yeah.
Any show that I was in.
Even shows
It was
outside
not-
Cirque.
Have either of you seen the Sphere? Gone to the Sphere? Was it there when you were there?
No,
We-
it
Okay.
was built after.
It was built,
Yeah.
it was being built. Well, I guess the stadium was being built, and
Yeah, the
Sphere was
Raiders
next on the
Stadium
list.
was
Yeah.
built,
Okay.
being built right when we were leaving.
But I saw they just released Wizard of Oz there. That
Oh,
looks
wow.
pretty incredible. They had it redone completely in AI to do a 3D format or a sphere.
It's really amazing.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay.
I've been to Vegas once.
Okay.
And I mean, I was all about the food. The food
Oh
was
my
just
gosh, so good.
just amazing. But and I'm trying to remember if I gambled. I think I did, maybe once or twice, and then I lost at cards or something like that. But is it wise to gamble? Did either of you play the tables at all?
It wasn't a big draw for us, but yeah, anytime family or friends would come in, it was to them. So we'd go out.
We throw maybe like $20 and lose it, and we're like, all right, that's probably not good.
Yeah, 20. That's all I put.
Yeah, that's smart.
So, okay.
That's probably the smartest bet.
No, I did. I find blackjack and roulette are fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
So
But don't take any tips from us because we didn't
Yeah.
make it big. You know what I mean?
How did you choose Vegas?
Oh man, I actually never wanted to move to Vegas. We we did meet in Vegas. So I just had gotten off a cruise ship dancing for a cruise ship line, and I just was like, I need something else. So I just drove down to Vegas, auditioned for a show. I got hired, and I drove out the next week to live there and
Wow.
stayed there for the next 6 years.
Dancing with the Stars fan?
Yeah, more ballroom.
Okay.
But I do
More-
love it.
More America's Got Talent. We were
Oh.
actually on 4
Yes.
episodes. We've been on
Yes.
4 episodes of America's Got Talent.
yeah, we
were
were,
on Shark Tank. We
Yeah, I started working for a magician,
act,
and did a lot of
we toured
things.
with them. We did the New York rounds of we
Wow.
did the Vegas rounds. We did San Francisco round.
Yeah.
Wait,
of
you toured
America's
with
Got
all
Talent.
these different acts?
We
Oh,
had
yeah, we
one
did a
act
lot.
that we toured with, but we
Okay.
were with them for several episodes throughout, and so we had to go to San Francisco one time, and
Yeah.
we went to New York a couple of times because we made it all the way to the
So the wild card
The wild
round, we were
card.
called back for wild card.
yeah. It was
Wow.
pretty cool, and then we actually got booed.
You wait. See, we're gonna have to do a whole nother show.
I know.
You got booed.
know.
What happened there?
I don't
So
know.
It
So
was
what-
sightlines.
yeah, they didn't. I
Yeah.
don't. I mean, we're doing magic, so you
Okay.
know, they didn't tell us, or we didn't know that we were in like a 7 balcony theater.
okay. So
That-
you're
that
wait,
was-
you're in a theater, you're auditioning for something.
No, this is
No, we had already been
wait, this
promoted
is-
to the next round.
yeah, this
Okay.
was the finals
of
that
America's
they.
Got Talent.
Okay, you're on
Yeah.
America's Got
Yeah,
Talent.
This was at the New Jersey.
So you were
Performing Arts
both
Center.
actual contestants on America's Got
We
Talent
were working for
Working
the
for- yeah.
magician.
for the magician. Okay.
Yes.
What was funny? So she coordinated all the dancing, and honestly, most
Wow.
of the work when the magicians are on stage, she's the one doing the trick. You know.
Okay.
And
I'm a really good magician. Just-
I won't go into detail. I'll just say there's a magician in
Okay.
Vegas that I look a lot like.
Oh.
And I'll have to just leave it at that.
Okay.
But that was a
Penn or teller?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you get. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But so that was a lot of fun doing those shows. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if somebody saw sightlines or
Yeah.
what, but I mean or it was planned.
And
I
they
feel like
booed.
it was like the music started and we just start getting booed, but we had to finish it because it was live.
Because it was live. And
Wow.
here's the thing. well,
So-
no, it was live, but when it aired on TV, they switched the audio to people cheering.
Yeah, they switched the audio.
Oh, wow.
So we had to press on
This is fascinating.
while being booed. It was, oh my gosh, it was so crazy.
Who was in the? I mean, so you're still in on an audition. So who are the judge panel? What's the judge
Oh,
panel?
it was-
Howie.
Yeah.
Howie Mandel.
I
Yep.
think Howard Stern.
Yep, Howard Stern.
Howard Stern was there.
Yes, it was like the original.
He's a radio
ones. This
guy,
is
by
back
the
in
way.
Season
Yeah,
7.
true.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, back on season 7.
Yeah.
So
Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next judge.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be
There you go.
something?
I
Yeah.
think you could do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, this is a good show today. See,
Right.
Thursday. This is why it's my
Do we
favorite
have a
day.
week? Maybe we can make it happen.
Yeah, right. You guys. All right, we're going to come back and do the Moody on the Market update. It's coming up next, right here on WSJM.
Mostly cloudy skies with scattered rain showers this morning, becoming partly sunny this afternoon, but temperatures staying cool. Afternoon highs right around 65. Partly cloudy tonight, we drop down to 48, and a slight chance of a shower tomorrow morning, then partly sunny. High temperatures Friday afternoon only at 67. We'll stay in the mid and upper 60s for highs through the weekend. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
We are learning so much about our guests this morning. This is amazing. We may have to invite you back to do another show because we're talking about we're talking with Jill and Stephen Feniger. They are helping to coordinate with like 1 week's notice, the 9/11 stair climb. And it's going to happen because of their efforts. It's going to happen next week on Thursday, September 11th, to commemorate the memory of those who were lost. And it also pays tribute to volunteers, first responders, and veterans forever impacted by that day. And it's the 9/11 stair climb. It'll happen at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. So if you're interested in paying tribute, climbing the 2,071 stairs that were in the stairwells of the World Trade Center, then you can participate in this event. It's free, and the public is invited to attend. It begins at 8 a.m. next Thursday morning. Again, Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium. But it wouldn't have happened had Jill and Stephen Feniger not stepped up and said, "Let's do this." And so let's make this part of our Moody on the Market update. Our Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And the Moody on the Market update, it talks about business updates. We talk about life in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here, and interesting people you should know. And I know you hit at least a couple of those, and probably all three, because businesses are stepping up to help you out as well.
They absolutely
So
are.
thank you for what you're doing. for Southwest Michigan and for the memory of all those that we lost on 9/11. We appreciate it.
Well, again, we're just kind of mouthpiece. It's really the community that is creating the vacuum to say, hey, we want to do this. And so again, we just happen to have the time, and we really like what the community already done beforehand and that we participated in.
Yeah.
And we just saw an empty mantle. And we said, well, we can do this.
But yeah,
So-
we don't want people to be scared off if they don't think they can do the 2,000 steps.
Yeah.
Because that's like 5, rounds of the stadium doing.
Okay.
But so you can do shorter amounts, just 1 lap of the stadium, or you can actually walk the track too.
Right.
You can walk it a mile. You can walk it.
Whatever
just
you're
1
comfortable
lap.
doing to
Yeah.
honor
Exactly.
the memory.
Yeah, and when you're
Yeah.
done, ring that bell. Let people know that like you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And so you're working with the Stevensville American Legion family who stepped up as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The
very quick.
auxiliary was the first one that took, and then the Legionnaire support, the Sons support.
That's why we had to put family, because they were all like, "Yeah, we're in. Let's do this."
Yeah.
What do you need to make sure this event comes off right?
People to show up.
Yeah.
we're still, because it's so low. It's okay. Well, I know we'll need some volunteers. We're still getting what slots we need and what tracks we need to volunteer. But we're lucky. Like Lincoln Township Police Department already said, well, we'll help with traffic control.
Nice.
But that's to get them off the street. And so just to get cars parked there. It'll be a fast process, because we have to remember that Lakeshore is holding school at that time. So we need to be in and out of there. Well, I mean, at like 10:30, I believe it's the band that's coming there. And so, we'll be motivating people around 10:15. All right, keep it going.
Yeah.
But no, on average, I mean, it's hour and a half,
Okay.
except for the speedsters that go through it. So, really, if someone wants to help out, if they don't feel like climbing, but they want to come out and support, please feel free, speak up, let us know you want to volunteer there just to help direct people or hand out waters.
Okay.
Yeah, people are welcome to email us if they do want to help. We have an email of 911stairclimbmi@gmail.com.
That's 911stairclimbmi@gmail.com. 911stairclimbmi@gmail.com. You can email Jill and Stephen Feniger and let them know if you're interested in volunteering. Do you need donations? You need any money for this?
No, we're trying to. I mean, I don't want to say no. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
back that up just a minute.
I think with this year, because it's such a short notice, we don't have a lot of use for it. Now, hopefully next year we'll make it bigger and better,
Yeah.
and help give
The
some
25th anniversary next year.
next year. Yeah.
We're going to
And
start
it'll be the
planning
5th year of it happening
9/12.
in
Okay.
here. So so obviously the money is appreciated and stuff, but really at this point, I would have to look for a reason to spend it to make it better, which is great. But at this point, really, we just want people to show up and say, hey, we're still here. This community's still here. It's still growing. We still want this event to happen. I'll really call out to the first responders, the fire department. Like you said, Benton Township, Benton Harbor, they just had 2 big calls yesterday. And those are exhausting. Those are really working. But I really want to get the first responders out there. That's a great look. It's a great way to honor them. And I always say I was a fireman, so I get to say it, but the firemen are glory boys.
Oh,
The police are the ones that do the most work.
Okay.
And then the paramedics are the most underappreciated because they do they're the lifesavers.
Boy, you're going to pay for that.
I was just going to say you should have
Yeah.
waited till after. We definitely want everybody to come and come in gear.
Even
if
the
you want.
dispatchers. I mean,
Yes.
everyone is really.
We even talked with Maureen over at the veterans.
Oh yeah.
Maureen
Vibe.
Adams at the Vibe at the
Vibe,
Yes. Oh,
which
my goodness.
Vibes put out, which is great. And on that, some of the veterans, they got 2 texts, and that was on our fault because again, we're new at this. So the first flyer we put out, we're all proud of us. Okay, we're up and running. And Vibe went out, and one of my veterans from the American Legion said, "Hey, Steve, your flyer says it's on a Wednesday."
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's going to be on Thursday.
It'll be on Thursday.
Just to be
It
clear,
is
it's
on
going to be
9/11.
Thursday,
Yes.
September 11th. Gates open at 8 a.m. They're going to hopefully close at 10:30, but it's going to be at the Al Stockman Stadium at Lakeshore High School. That's on Cleveland Avenue in Stevensville. Entrance will be at the south gate only, and the parking at the Cone Soccer Field. It's a free event. You can climb the stairs or you can walk the track. You are encouraged to bring your own water bottle. as well. And you're still in need of volunteers to help hand out any water if anyone does need that. But again, it's to honor the memory of those that lost and those who were serving on 9/11 and thereafter. And it's because Jill and Steve Finnegar decided we're going to take the mantle here and put this together. And they had all of 2 weeks to do that. So we're in week number 1. Week number 2 is forthcoming.
Yeah.
So, no, that's great. If you want to volunteer, if you want to help out in any way possible, just email them at 911stairclimbmi at gmail.com. We're going to come back and conclude this interview in a moment. This has been the Moody on the Market update, this segment. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owner insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Rich Fran and Chair Halsey.
All right, still on the video live stream. So I should ask you, I got 2 questions. Number 1, kids, who are they?
Lincoln and Remy.
Yeah.
Lincoln and Remy.
Lincoln and Remy. Yeah. Lincoln just turned 6.
Boy and girl.
Yep. Lincoln is a boy. He just turned 6 yesterday. Yep.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Very
Just
nice.
starting kindergarten. He's super
Aw,
excited.
that is exciting.
And then Remy is 11 and she's just starting 6th grade.
Okay.
So yeah.
Great
super
times.
Great
And they
kiddos.
get involved. They come out when we help ring the bell for the Salvation Army during Christmas.
Yeah.
And they come out for 4 years, 5 years now. Remy's
Dressed
been
up.
out and they come out and dress up. Remy sings Christmas carols and we ring the bell
Beautiful
downtown
singer.
St. Joe.
Nice.
So we're getting them involved in community events too.
Okay. And in addition to the children, what do you do when you're not being community servants?
Oh, geez.
Look for
Can I say a
what's
mom?
next.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy enough. We actually do, we do a lot at the senior center, the St. Joseph Senior Center, doing defense safety classes.
Nice.
And actually, since you're a
Women's
foodie,
classes and stuff at the library too.
yeah, we do. Boy, I could do a whole nother thing on that. But yeah, so we do private chef experiences in house.
No kidding.
There's a lot of
What is-
vacation homes.
For those who don't know, what's a private chef experience?
So what it is we'll come in and obviously prepare, but we're in this vein where people rent, like 10 people rent a vacation home.
Yeah.
And then we'll teach them like either how to make pasta from scratch or how to make sauce from scratch. Or if they just want to sit back and be served, we do that too. But
Nice.
we do everything. We bring the dishes, we cook them a really nice plated meal that's on a higher level, it's finest ingredients.
Wow.
And we
That
really
sounds
enjoy
great.
that.
What's your signature dish?
Oh, I think I would say it's Alfredo. When we were in Rome, we went to Alfredo's, the birthplace of fettuccine Alfredo. And although we don't stick to
yum.
that recipe
Yeah.
because humans have a different kind of palate,
Yeah.
but I think it's pasta and Alfredo.
And we don't have the same cheese. You know, we're not lucky enough to have their.
Parmesan Reggiano.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Parmesan Reggiano.
Oh
I could
my
live
goodness.
on that.
Yes.
So
So
good.
could our kids. They just eat flakes of it. You
Yeah.
know?
Pecorino. But
Yeah.
Is it
you can taste
easy?
the difference.
Is it easy to get Parmesan Reggiano? Like you have to go to Chicago for it?
No, you can find it. It's just it is a little bit of a hunt.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people will term it, but it's not, properly aged or
Yeah.
something. It's still great cheese. I'm not a snob about it. Great cheese.
Yeah.
But something about the crystals in that Parmesan.
You ever have the stuff in the green can?
Oh.
Parmesan? No,
Not-
that's what
not for a long
that's what
time.
I grew up on. And
Me
then
too.
some. Yeah, at some point, somebody introduced me to Parmesan Reggiano. It's like, oh, the world has changed.
Yeah.
Right,
That
exactly.
turned into sawdust.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, well, let's see, kitty litter or Parmesan this to clean up
Mhm.
oil spills. No, just kidding. So I'm sure it's good. I haven't had it in decades, but
Yeah, not us either.
Yeah, we're lucky. We took some food classes while we were in Italy. So we
Okay.
learned pizza in Napoli.
Yeah, we took a trip to Rome for our 10-year anniversary.
Nice.
And that was amazing. So
so I'm taking it that Italian flair is kind of your food vein there.
Kind of, just-
no, a lot of Mediterranean.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
of the Spanish.
we really like making like our own noodles from scratch.
Okay.
And so that tends to lean more towards, the Italian, and
pasta,
people love making them.
Yeah.
I can't tell you
Yeah.
even how many of my friends are like, "Are we doing pasta night soon? Like, which new pasta are we learning? Which
Secret for
sauce are
you.
we
They
gonna
kind of
do?"
like your pasta, so it's like
It's good.
All right.
I
All right.
like it.
All right, we'll be back to conclude this interview in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We're at 7:58, and we've got more news. Let's see, a couple of folks on our video live stream saying thank you. We appreciate you, appreciating the community support. So we'll be back in just a moment to conclude this with Jill and Steve.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:59. We've got about 10 seconds here. Anything we forgot? You want people out by 10:30?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So-
We have to be out by 10:30.
Okay,
for
so
the school, and thank everyone, obviously.
So again, Thursday, September 11th, so a week from today, the Stevensville American Legion family hosting the 9/11 stair climb at Lakeshore's Al Stockman Stadium, and it starts at 8 a.m. Gates open at 8 a.m. You can climb the 2,071 steps, or you can do whatever you feel like. You can climb one step and then ring the bell. It's all about supporting and honoring the memory of those we lost and paying tribute to the volunteers, the first responders, and veterans forever impacted by that day. Jill and Steve Fenniger, thanks for doing this.
Thank
From
you so much.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A legal victory for Harvard in its fight to restore billions in federal funding.